bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them nor serve them. For I, the Lord your God, am the jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands to those who love me and keep my commandments. Mercy to thousands of those who loved me and keep my commandments. Not those who just loved him and that's it. You love him and you keep his commandments. So if you love God and you are not doing or following his commandments, and that means that there is a commandment there from God. And these are some of the commandments. He says he's visiting. I am a God, the only true God. You do not worship anything under the water, above the waters, on the land, in the heavens. Nothing except me. Jehovah is speaking through the book, the 10 Commandments. Exodus 20. Yeah, you read through the whole thing. And say, I'm jealous, I'm a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. The iniquities, the wrong things of the fathers, that is upon the generations. From the second, the third, from the third generation to the fourth generations of those who hate me. The iniquities of the fathers that has come upon the third and the fourth generations of those who hated him. He's visiting them all, crashing them all, correcting all, putting things right. This is the commandment, telling you, revealing what he's doing. If you read to verse 7, he says, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. You can imagine, even right now, me, myself, can be condemned as taking his name in vain. So many people consider taking the Lord's name in vain. And he says what? You won't be held guiltless. You will be guilty. He will hold you guilty. He will not forgive if you take his name in vain. That shall not take the Lord's name in vain is there also in the New Testament, I think in the Psalms or in the New Testament, the Gospels. Jehovah is revealing his commandments here. Exodus, which is rightly believed as Moses, the books of Moses, whoever wrote it, I'm not sure that time. But Moses was the Egyptian background who has studied or has learned the Egyptian hieroglyphy studies, or how they write or how they were putting their information. And it's been translated. I don't know how they translate these things, but yeah, it has been translated. So we have to see that God is speaking. And guiltless who takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Do we keep the Sabbath day holy today? A unique day that God himself set aside, that he rests on that day. Even the calendar says we cannot even discover which one is the Sabbath day. We know it was invented by the Romans. The Roman numerals. Romans were those who came about with this thing. We have lost track of what the year. We just came up with something. We hold on to what we have. Whether the Sabbath day is Sunday or Monday, that's another thing. Whether the Sabbath day is Friday or Saturday, that's another thing. That's why others worship on Friday, others worship on Saturday, others worship on Sunday. Some people even Monday, Tuesday, whichever way. Because the conflict is there. We don't know. It's not a serious conflict. We don't even know. After you learn and you realize, you realize the fact of the matter of how we have our days of the week and a month, you come to realize that it's neither here nor there of when it says Sabbath. So wherever you declare a Sabbath, if your God has spoken to you, whatever God tells you to be Sabbath, that's Sabbath. Has he told you any Sabbath yet? You'll be caught right there. You know, so you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Just misusing God, the name of God. Allow God to be God. Enough with our own personal iniquities or sins or whatever we're doing. In fact, our choice of going our own way is a very high form of lawlessness or high form of deception in our religious history. It's a very high form of deviation of what waywardness that we can ever think of in the name of history. No matter how we think of it, if these are his commands and his rules, then we are doing something different, then we can imagine. He says in 9, 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. 6 days. Today, man, if I get a chance to, I want to work even 7 days. If there were 8 days, I'll work 8 days. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. Your servants, your stranger who is within your gates. If he's outside your gates, okay. In 11, for in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the 7th day and hallowed it. If I was to have a dream, in which I have, or I normally do, anything bad of someone close to me, worried, then I ask myself, what is this coming from? And I have to really challenge my faith, challenge the faith that I have. The convictions that tells me that there is nothing evil or sinister should go on within somebody close to me or myself. I'm getting sick. Then I challenge myself. Then I challenge the faith. And I say that, okay, Jehovah God then, or Jesus, whichever way it is, or Yehoshua, or the spirit within me, whatever the spirit is. You claim death for me. You're putting me in an unsecure state. You're revealing some evil things in my life, and there's some people close to me. Where is your sense of power, of divinity? Where is that authority that has given you that place in my life? What is your status of condemnation? Why just that and not in other respects? Why have you left that situation, that gap, which will enable me to still, in the journey of trying to discover? You left that gap, making me wonder now. I'm not sure anymore. Is that not what is valuable? That you are glorifying yourself? That is part and necessary that you show your glory through your acts and your deeds? Why do you strike then? Why do you cause evil in order to achieve glory? If evil is being done to me, I can't glorify anyone in that status. Why would I glorify the devil or something which is evil? We glorify what is good. What is good, what brings good to our life. If I have a bad dream about myself or somebody, then I have to think again. Before this thing happen, I have to think again, face the issue as it is, and point it out straight without looking back. And if it means the 10 commandments will be referred, if it means the Sharia law will be referred, if it means whatever, Buddha's commandments, whatever will be referred, you have to look through all that. Consider having a general, common approach to your questions. Because I can sit there while a bad dream that I have, that or something, and that thing might end up happening, and still thinking in my head, who revealed it to me? I saw it happen, but why did it happen anyway? Why should that happen? If I have seen it happen, whoever has shown this thing to me must resolve it. It means I should resolve it and stop it from happening, because if not, you've seen it. So there is no room or excuse to say that I did not see. If I was to stand at the edge of a cliff and somebody is falling down from that cliff and I could help